Hey, what's up, guys? This is Awesome Andrew back in again with another YouTube video. Today is going to be episode 2 um of Let's Play Final Fantasy V Advance. So let's get straight into this video. But real quick, before I forget, just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And let me know what y'all think. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video. Um, so, last time, we had just gotten the ship, and let's see, beaten the Wind Shrine, I believe. Or did we? I don't remember exactly, actually. But yeah, I think we did because I remember we went through that. So yeah. Um, so now let's go up here. Let's see. Did I already? Yeah, I already did that part. Okay. So since let me check the equipment real quick. I believe I put all of them. So I believe I got everything. Yeah, I did. Okay. So anyway, basically go into tool and get whatever else you need back. And then yeah, okay, so they already so that already happened. All right, now. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now what I was gonna do. Um, Now I would suggest. What I would suggest is go. Hold on a second. Is go. Get your characters to at least level like 8 um, before going to the next part, um, because it makes it a lot easier that way, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just gonna train a little bit, and yeah. So let's see here. All right. So actually, you know what? I think for playthrough sake, I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and go through the next part, just so I don't bore y'all to death with a bunch of freaking training and all that. Um, so yeah, go back to Tool, go to the north end of town. She'll say, "Oh, I'm pretty sure that's Zock's house, someone I knew." Go in there for the cutscene. I'm not even gonna really like I'm just gonna go through this. I'm not really gonna go much into it. I'm just gonna explain it as we go, which is not really much to explain. He just has a flashback of his of his parents and all that, and then basically he goes back inside and is given the key to the canal after um, Zoc hears Lena grumbling in her sleep about "I will protect the crystals." So that's basically it. That's basically that whole thing, that whole cutscene in a nutshell. Um, so yeah. Um, let's see. So basically, let's see. There we go. Now she's basically Ferris is just like, okay, I'm leaving y'all landlubber pirates behind. Leaving y'all behind and just protect the hideout, basically. So, yeah. Now, to before we go to the canal, though, there are some things that um, oh, I remember. Okay, I realized why. Last time when I was trying to do something in the pirates' hideout and it wasn't going like I was hoping. Now I remember why I hadn't done this part yet, so I'm not even gonna bother with trying to go through that extra stuff. If you're interested, just let me know. I'll tell you how I'll tell you what happens. But anyway, basically as you press A up here, he unlocks it, and they're like, where'd you get the key? And he's like, of course, Bart's being a lot like me, which I'm glad about. He's a smart aleck, which means he was just like, oh, you know, does it matter? Like, we got it. That's all that matters. Straight, simple, and to the point, which is pretty cool. Now I'm just sailing along here, just basically leveling up and working on leveling up, and also working on increasing the ability points of the different jobs. So, so yeah. But there comes a point down here where basically you get sucked into a whirlpool, but Soldier saves y'all at the sake of her own life. So let's see. Just to show you what this does. This basically shows the stats of your enemy. Now, it doesn't work with every enemy, just to let you know, but it does show you the stats and what it's vulnerable to, which is very helpful, to be honest. At times, like, it can really come in handy. Now, this is obvious just because it's, it's a water creature. Of course, it's going to be weak to lightning. That's just Final Fantasy for you. But yeah, like, if you don't know, if it's harder to tell, then Libra is basically a good way to figure it out in a way. So yeah. Anyway, and then kick. Oh crap! I didn't get focus yet. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Let me see where he's at in HP. This is also a good way to keep track of how much HP you've been doing to him and how much HP he has left, which is very useful, to be honest, because that allows you to basically be like, okay, this is how much left I have to do. Boom. 5 ability points, and then now Soldier saves you at the risk of his own life. Ferris, of course, naturally goes absolute batch crazy over that, trying to jump in the water after Sildra, only to be stopped. And yeah, Sildra goes under. Then you just drift along, and yeah, they just basically have a conversation about Ferris and where they're gonna end up. So yeah, which basically, after a while, after a few paces, you end up here in the ship graveyard. Now, there's a lot to this place, so this is what I'm mainly going to go through in this. Oh, can't go through there. Okay. This is going to be mainly that's where. Okay. So anyway, this is basically going to be the main part of this episode, just because it's kind of a big place, and there's a lot to find and to do. So and there's certain things that definitely could come in really handy in this place. So yeah. There we go. All right, now now what I would suggest is getting all your characters to at least level 8 before fighting the boss of this area. Just make it easier. But if you want a bit of a challenge, then by all means 6 or 7, but no less than that. because otherwise you're just gonna be screwed. Um, and even at level 8, it can be kind of a challenge, but you're strong. You should be strong enough. Your character should be strong enough to, to withstand a lot more at least. But anyway, go down here for the flail, which by the way you can equip to your white mage. Definitely should do that. Especially if you're like me and you don't feel like using magic all the time, or don't have to use white magic all the time, and you need to attack with your white mage. Well, that's the way to do it with the flail. So yeah, they all gained a level. Alright, let's see here. Go down here. To get the tent, to get a tent. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, so go down into here. Okay, yeah, so this is the road to the next area. Okay, so basically go down in the water. Ferris was like, "Oh, we're gonna get soaked," and of course, Bart's being his usual smart aleck self, decides to come back with a witty comment. Yeah, so anyway, magic, cure, definitely need to cure my characters. Now, don't forget to get the 999 or 990 gil from there. I'm telling you, it really does help. So yeah, it really comes in handy. So keep that in mind. Let's see. I think always have a hard time remembering which. Okay, so this is the next area. So I need to go. Well, actually, not. Hold on. Always have a hard time remembering like which part to go to go to the next area and which part not to. Okay, so this is the part to get down here. The door to get down here to this Phoenix Down. And then go through the southern door. But I think, actually, I think before that, I think there's something else. Maybe that you have to get. No. Okay. No, not yet. So let's see. Alright, so nothing down there. You can tell I don't play this game as often, but I've played it enough to really like know like enough about what to do. Let's see. So yeah, this is what's called a back attack. You're more likely to get ambushed, have it be an ambush, and also more likely to take more damage while doing less damage. Unless you're doing spells, then you have a lot more chance of doing more damage, obviously. But yeah, physical attacks do less damage in a back attack. At least if your characters are your physical characters are up front. Typically, they would move to the back ultimately, and so on and so on. So anyway, this is basically they go to change and whatnot, and they try to get Ferris to change. The boys try to get Ferris to change and to dry off, and they end up finding out that she's a girl instead of a guy, like they originally thought. And then basically she tells about the experience on the pirate ship, then goes to sleep. Tells them, "Leave me alone. I'm going to sleep." So anyway, of course, Galoof is a old perv. I will say, I'm not a huge fan of his character, just how he acts, just because he is a very old perv. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. So anyway, so basically, go out here. Now let's see. Nothing up there. Okay. So you go over here. And let's see. Nothing over here. Okay, so if these controls want to work properly, and go the direction that I tell them to as well. Jeez. Alright. So anyway, go down here, go into here to get the world map. Now, basically, with the world map, all you have to do to use it is basically just hit R. That's all you have to do. So, yeah. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering what that other file was, file 4 that I have saved is actually, it's actually what I'm doing to kind of like get to be able to like get to the point to where I can actually like show you all this without having to look at a walkthrough the whole time while doing a walkthrough. So I have a file that I'm going through ahead of time so that I can, you know, that way with my that way with whenever I do these episodes, I already have I have that ready. I have that knowledge of, okay, this is what I need to do next for the episode. So as to not confuse myself during these and to not confuse y'all. Now, this next boss fight is actually a monster based on Greek mythology called a siren, basically who steals the souls of her victims by basically showing them their basically deepest desires. Basically kind of like the Mirror of Erised in Harry Potter, to be honest. It shows you what you basically desire the most. And so, yeah. And of course, Galuf having amnesia doesn't get tricked by this whole scheme of Siren. Now, of course, right off the bat, Siren decides to, get my white wizard with silence. Now that thankfully that only lasts a few turns, which definitely helps. Now, once she becomes undead, use fire. Spam the heck out of fire. Because if you don't, well, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to beat her. But like it says, being vulnerable to fire, it basically allows you to pretty much demolish the siren. So, I gotta heal my white wizard. I'm not worried about the poison too much right now. I'm just worried about, oh my gosh, I'm just worried about getting this battle done and over with before she kills one of my characters. And there's the last hit. So you get 5 ability points again from that. And yeah, so basically, oh yeah, I need to do something about that now. Thankfully, we have antidotes. To be able to heal with. Oh, I did not realize he was also. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he was also. That Ferris was also poisoned. But it works out that I had 2 antidotes. Worked out quite well. Now, Now, we still have 10 minutes left of this live stream, So, I guess, I'll show you where the next town is, um, and show you basically, the uh, next, like, the next city, the next town, a little bit. Um, by the way, whenever y'all enter a new town, keep in mind, always, 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 always buy all the spells of that town. Trust me. It's it's gonna make a huge difference in the whole gameplay, in your whole gameplay. So get every spell in every shop in every town that you come across. I don't care if you have to farm for a crap ton of gil. You need every single spell. Plus, if you're a completionist, you're definitely gonna want every spell. um. Now, let's see. So I'm gonna go to the inn and heal my characters real quick. Um. Now, actually, I think. Oh, let's see. I think. I'm kind of debating what I should do from here. Like, whether I should. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do actually is cut it here. Um, Now I'm gonna be doing some training off screen so that I can, be at the right level of everything. Um, the next time I put, um, the next time I actually like do this, which I'm gonna try to do this like every day, if I can. If not, preferably every other day. But anyway, on that note, guys, that has been another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy V Advance. If y'all feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and just basically let me know what kind of games for the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color that y'all want to see me do a Let's Play for, and I will definitely keep that in mind. Um, and so basically, that's it, guys. I hope y'all have a blessed day or night wherever y'all are. And I will catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.